Namaste, you're on the Nation at 5. I'm Anand Narasimhan. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we're going to start with a story that we had brought to you and which had shocked the entire country, that 3,000 tons, 3,000 kilograms, 3 tons of talc, that is heroin, was caught at the Mundra port. Now we've got more details coming through. The probe was transferred to the NIA. 8 people have been arrested so far. 3,000 kilograms of heroin worth more than 15,000 crore. What sources are saying is that this is a smaller lot. Sometime earlier in April, May, about 24,000 kilograms or 24 tons of the same talc has also entered India from this very port. Brought in by the same Ashi Trading Company, sent by the same Hassan Hussain company. But now, as News18.com accesses the joint investigation report, there are a few unanswered questions. One of the first things that came through was that Ashi Trading Company seemed like a front. It was licensed to a Chennai-based couple who, for a few sums of money, had given it off to somebody else to operate under that license. They had no clue what was being brought in. Now, News18.com and Ankush Sharma accessing the joint investigation report, and this is what the details that have come through. That there is Rajkumar or Sudhakar, he's an Indian. There is another player whose name is Javed, who's an Iranian. Hassan Hussain, this is an Afghan drug dealer. And this person, Kuldeep Singh, he's a Delhi businessman, Delhi-based businessman. Who is this Kuldeep Singh is a big question. Because he features, because this order was supposed to be finally coming to him. There's a WhatsApp group, Talc, which was created for the sake of drug smuggling. So here heroin was being called, high-grade heroin was being called talc. And these were blocks or bricks of talc which were coming in. That's how it was being branded. Then, let's look at the other details that came through. Who's this Kuldeep Singh remains a mystery. Kuldeep Singh remains a mystery. He is supposed to be a Delhi-based businessman, but iska koi ata pata nahi. Nobody knows who he is, where he is, and that's really the misery. He was to have received 3,000 kilograms of heroin consignment at the Mundra port, but he is not found. There's no picture. There is no valid address. The links have been exposed to an Afghan drug dealer, but interestingly, there is no picture, no valid address, no phone numbers. Everything seems to be furji, like a ghost. He's a point person for dealers. He actually distributed drugs pan-India. This is what the joint interrogation report says. And here is the News18.com exclusive further. As far as the first drug consignment came in June 21. This is what I was talking about. From Iran to Kuldeep Singh. He was designated as semi-processed talc. That's what it's being called this time too. And it was shipped by the same Hassan Hussain Company Private Limited. It was routed to Bandar Abbas port in Iran, to Mundra port, and then it was the handling at Mundra port was done by Javed, who successfully delivered, and it was delivered by Ashi Trading Company. So the handling at the port was done by Javed. It was successfully delivered by Ashi Trading Company. And the earlier consignment in June, like I said, is reportedly much bigger, 8 times bigger than the September 15 consignment. That is what the joint interrogation report is now suggesting. Herman James is now joining us. Herman Gomes is now joining us with more details. We'll also have B.V. Kumar, the former NCB chief, joining us on the phone line. These are details that have been accessed by News18.com. Herman, at that time itself, this was the concern that was raised. How is this semi-processed talc in such huge quantities coming into India, and the person who's supposed to be receiving this and under whom this order is placed is actually a ghost? A Delhi-based businessman with no valid address, no picture, no phone number, nothing, and close to 1,50,000 crore worth of heroin is in our country.
Well, Anand, at that point in time when he had actually broken out the story, you would recollect that we had stated that clearly it was that you had heroin that was being brought into India as semi-precious stones, and we did remember at that point in time there was a couple that was running a company in Vijayawada which may have given its license to another third company. Now there is this mystery man, as you are rightly pointing out, as Mr. Kuldeep Singh. What has come, as something that is a blockade as far as the investigation into the DRI is concerned, is the fact that there are no credible details available about him. First of all, it could even be an alias. One does not even know whether that is his real name. Secondly, his stated address as well as his phone numbers are both invalid. Also, at the same point, it is believed that he could be the point person who is to distribute drugs to various parts of India after receiving the consignments in bulk. This could also mean at the wholesale level as well as the retail level. But what sources are also suggesting is that there could have been someone from Canada as well as the US who may have been pumping money through him, as he was seen as the main handler. But what is the real identity of the person? That still remains a mystery.
Well, exactly. And how is it that the identity of such people is not known to anybody, and they are actually transacting huge sums of money through ports like this across our country? Former NCB Chief B.V. Kumarji is with us. B.V. Kumarji, namaste. This is Anand Narasimhan here. We've spoken. We have spoken about this at length, and at that time when we last talked about the September consignment of 3 tons, you said about 24 tons has come in June. Now there is now 25 tons, so that is 25,000 kilograms. Thank you for so we've got corroboration, but how is it possible, sir, that they don't even know who this person is?
Yeah, it's absolutely. In the case of this type of consignments, usually they have to give the name of the importer and other things, and they should also indicate when they import whether it's against what you call a letter of credit or it's on payment on arrival basis and things like that. But that part of the information is not available. It will be along with the import documents. But the fact remains that the name of the importer and the address with Kuldeep Singh or whatever name was given is on verification. It was found in Delhi that no such person exists, nor such a firm belonging to him exists. So always this type of consignments which contain contraband, they always give bogus addresses. But the person will be there behind who will handle the consignment. Who is that person is the question which now the National Investigating Agency is trying to find out.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for your input, sir. I'll come back to this story in just a bit. Right now, we've got big news coming through on the drugs case in Mumbai, where the cruise ship was raided. And right now, we're given to understand that there is no bail for Aryan Khan. There were lot of arguments that were being made, citing case, and that there was enough grounds for granting him bail. But right now, the fact is that despite the arguments made by Aryan's lawyer, Satish Manishinde, who contended that this is a bailable offence, and but the court has jurisdiction to grant bail. But we're given to understand that the judge dictated the order and said that that there will be the operative part of the order that's been dictated, saying that the applications have been rejected, they are not maintainable, and that there will be no bail. No bail will be granted. Mihir now joins us with more details. Yes, Mihir.
Absolutely. In the court, of course, a decision has been made and the judge has said that no bail will be granted in Aryan Khan's case. This comes as a shocker. Remember, his defense was constantly arguing that Aryan Khan was not caught with any sort of possession. It was only that his phone records were, when scanned, revealed some sort of incriminating evidence, is what the NCP kept on maintaining. However, the defense kept on denying that. We know that yesterday, NCB was seeking further custody of these 8 accused, especially these 3, and that was denied by the judge, and that's when they got judicial custody. Today, they applied for bail, but that bail has been rejected, which means Aryan Khan will have to spend at least the weekend tomorrow, at least the weekend in this particular Arthur Road jail. Remember, from what we know is that he's been kept in a quarantine cell considering there are certain COVID protocols that apply to every jail in Mumbai, and however they will be observed for a couple of days, and after that they will be moved to a normal cell. They are under trial, accused at this point, so clearly they will have to abide by all the rules of the jail. However, it won't be as strict as it's for those convicted. But
Right.
what we can tell you is at this point, this comes as
This is after a lot of drama, because Aryan had actually spent the night in the NCB's office, where even as the judicial custody was extended and the bail hearing was posted for today. Vinaya Deshpande now with us on the phone line. Strong case being made that the court has the jurisdiction to grant bail in this matter, but the court saying that the detailed order will be given later. But the operative part is that the bail applications are not maintainable.
Absolutely, that was the main contention of the NCB, which argued for hours. Remember that the Additional Solicitor General of had appeared in this matter, and that is why he had also argued that all these bail applications are not maintainable in this court. In fact, then I had also broken the details about the reply to Aryan Khan's bail plea by the NCB. It has clearly stated that the NCB felt that this application should be heard in the Sessions Court and that it is not maintainable in the Kila Court, which is right now where the NCB had produced them for custody. That is exactly what the ASG had said in the court. He argued with the help of several judgments that he presented to the court. Even after that, all the three lawyers who represented the three accused tried to make a case saying that the bail plea was in fact maintainable. That was the most important point, the crux of the argument on whether this bail plea was maintainable in this court or not. The court has now ruled that this bail plea is not maintainable in this court, and that is why the bail application has been rejected for all the three accused. What it means now, Anand, is that all the three accused, including Aryan Khan, will have to wait for a copy of the order so that they can approach the Sessions Court. Today, by the time the judge dictates the rest of the order, because remember, the judge only dictated the operative part, for the rest of the order to be dictated is going to take a few hours, which may be late at night. By the time the entire order is dictated, it will possibly be 8:30 in the night. Thereafter, all the three parties will get a copy of the order, which means they will be able to move the Sessions Court for bail only after that. Tomorrow is a Saturday, it's not a working day, which means now the bail applications will have to be moved in the Sessions Court by Monday, Anand.
So the weekend in the quarantine cell, because there will be no special treatment, we are given to understand.
Yes, absolutely. As we see now that all the accused, including Aryan Khan, have been moved to Arthur Road Prison. Till the time the bail applications are granted, they are heard in the Sessions Court. All of them will continue to stay lodged in the Arthur Road Prison, which is currently in the quarantine cell because of the COVID protocols.
Well, big challenge, but strong arguments were made. But NCB were very clearly trying to say that the maintainability does not hold in the Kila Code. What happens next? And has the let's listen into the lawyers' reactions coming through.
बेल एप्लीकेशन ओनली ऑन द मेंटेनेबिलिटी ग्राउंड हमारा बेल एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट कर दिया है।
कौन किन का बेल रिजेक्ट हुआ, किस की बेल एप्लीकेशन पे सुनवाई हो रही थी, अगर आप बता पाएं विस्तार से।
पहले 3 आरोपी की बेल एप्लीकेशन की सुनवाई हो रही थी, आर्यन खान, अरबाज मर्चेंट और मुनमुन। ये 3 जन की बेल एप्लीकेशन की सुनवाई हुई थी। तीनों के बेल एप्लीकेशन यही पॉइंट पे थे कि ये मैजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट को बेल सुनने का अधिकार है और उसके ऊपर एडजुडिकेट करने का अधिकार है। और एएसजी, ऑनरेबल एएसजी के साइड से यही आर्गुमेंट था कि क्योंकि ये मैटर सेशंस कोर्ट के पास कमिट किया गया है, इसके लिए सिर्फ सेशंस कोर्ट के पास ये अधिकार है, इनके पास अधिकार नहीं है। तो वो आर्गुमेंट को मद्देनजर रखते हुए मैजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट ने ये हमारा बेल एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट कर दिया है।
अब आप लोग इससे आगे क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि बेल तो रिजेक्ट हो गई है, अब जो अक्यूज हैं वो जेल में है, तो आपका प्लान ऑफ एक्शन क्या होगा यहाँ पे?
जी, हमारा प्लान ऑफ एक्शन यही होगा कि हम लोग सेशंस कोर्ट मूव करेंगे। हम लोग जितना जल्दी ऑर्डर अपलोड होता है अगले दिन या उसके अगले दिन हम लोग सेशंस कोर्ट में हमारा बेल एप्लीकेशन डालेंगे और वहाँ पे हम लोग यही हमारे पॉइंट्स आर्ग्यू करेंगे कि हमारे खिलाफ कोई भी एविडेंस नहीं है जो हमें बाकी लोगों से कनेक्ट करता है, जिसकी वजह से हमें बेल दी जाए। थैंक यू।
Going back to Mihir and Vinaya. Vinaya, the fact is that if the NCB argued that this matter is with the Sessions Court, did the lawyers make, on behalf of the first three accused, make a misstep by trying to press the matter in the Killa court? We will
Is
try.
that question for me, Anand?
Yes, Vinaya, go ahead.
Well, if you could please repeat the question, I'm sorry.
Vinaya, the fact is that if the maintainability was the only aspect which was being challenged, was there a misstep or a full day wasted by the lawyers, by the defense, if the matter is with a higher court?
Well, not really,
The
Anand,
NCB
because
lawyer
the-
is also speaking. Let's listen to that and I'll come back to
हुआ
Vinaya.
है कि मैजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट को अधिकार नहीं था, सेशंस कोर्ट इज द प्रॉपर कोर्ट, लेकिन कौन से ग्राउंड में साहब ने रिजेक्ट किया है वो सब रीजनिंग ऑर्डर आने के बाद ही हम पता कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच, आई हैव कवर्ड एवरीथिंग, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Well, Vinaya, so once again, the court saying the maintainability is not there with this court. It is in a higher court. Now, if the matter was already there with a higher court, why was this matter pushed to such an extent here in the Killa court? And is this not time that's again going to ensure the defense has lost and that the accused are now going to spend at least the weekend in jail?
Well, Anand, remember that it had taken at least 2 hours of arguments for the ASG to convince the court that this matter is not maintainable in the lower court. Several previous judgments by the higher courts were cited by the Additional Solicitor General while making that argument. In fact, that was the primary argument which seems to have won. NCB seems to have won for that primary argument because that was the primary concern which was tooth and nail opposed by all the 3 defense lawyers who kept on saying that maintainability isn't an issue at this point in time, and that is not the point on which there should be any arguments at all. Arguments should take place on merit basis alone, but that is something that the ASG put his foot down on. He cited several judgments, including Supreme Court judgments, in his at least 2-hour-long arguments before the judge, saying that this was a matter of maintainability, saying that the NCB did argue that all the 3 pleas were not maintainable in the first place in this court at all. This is not the first time that the NCB did give that argument. Remember, even yesterday, when the bail applications were moved in front of the court, even at that time the NCB had said that it is not maintainable in this court, but the detailed argument would have had to be taken today, and that is why the matter was posted today when the NCB did give its own reply to all the 3 accused who had filed their bail applications, said the same thing. In fact, the copy of the reply of NCB to all the 3 bail applications that we broke in the afternoon itself showed that the primary contention of the NCB was not just the evidence against them for the overall conspiracy, but also the main aspect of maintainability. After the full arguments, the defense could not convince the court that all the 3 bail applications were in fact maintainable in this court, and that is why the court ruled in the favor of NCB, saying that this court could not hear these bail, the exact words of the judge were, these applications are not maintainable, and that is why they are rejected. So they never went into the merit in the first place, and the NCB's contention that this was not maintainable was accepted by the judge.
So the arguments were around maintainability, and the NCB or the ASG on behalf of the NCB was able to convince the court on the aspect of maintainability that this court is not eligible, or the bail pleas are not maintainable on this court. And you're saying that these arguments went over for more than about 2 hours. Vinaya, stay on with us. Quickly going across to Mihir, who's joining us from right outside Arthur Road Jail. So this is where the accused will now be brought, and they will have to be held in a quarantine cell. 3 to 5 days minimum they have to stay in this cell, and there are going to be no leeways given.
Absolutely, they will not be given. They won't be given any special treatment. They will be treated like any other under trial accused who are in judicial custody at this point. What we know is that they will have to follow the jail routine. That means they will have to be waking up. They will be woken up at around 6 a.m. That's when everybody in the jail is expected and asked to wake up, and from there their routine begins. They will be given breakfast, and from there the day follows. Lunch will be at some time post noon. After that they will have free time to themselves, but the problem is they are not only in judicial custody but they are also in quarantine cells. So that means Aryan Khan and other accused who have been sent to this Arthur Road jail today will have to stay in that quarantine cell. That means they won't be allowed to step out and probably take some fresh air also, if that is granted. So these are the kind of restrictions they will have to go through.
They spent last evening at the NCB office. They spent last evening at the NCB office, Mihir, where they had access to the lawyers and even access to family. Now, will that be accorded now, even at Arthur Road jail, in the quarantine cell?
Anand, last night, yes, SRK's manager and the legal team of Manchande was there, but we were given to understand that it was some paperwork regarding the bail application that had to be completed, and that's why they were there. Apart from that, NCB chief has maintained clearly that there was no special treatment meted out to these people. They were treated as regular accused, and similar is the case in Arthur Road also. They will be treated as normal under trial.
दोनों पक्षों को डिटेल में सुनने के बाद कोर्ट ने फैसला किया है कि तीनों याचिकाएं बेल की रिजेक्ट की गई है। कोर्ट ने अभी तक रीजन्ड ऑर्डर पास नहीं किया है, जो कोर्ट करेगा उसके बाद ही हम बोल सकते हैं कि कौन से युक्तिवाद पे कोर्ट का क्या कहना है।
लेकिन उनका कहना था कि व्यक्तिगत अगर देखें कि अलग अलग आरोपियों के हिसाब से देखें तो बनती है।
कोर्ट ने कोई भी अपना रीजनिंग अभी तक दिया नहीं, तो मैं कोर्ट के रीजनिंग पे कुछ टिप्पणी अभी करना प्रॉपर नहीं।
यानी बचाव पक्ष के तर्क को नहीं माना उन्होंने कि सभी को अलग अलग।
मैं ये बोल नहीं सकता। कोर्ट ने इतना कह दिया है कि बेल एप्लीकेशंस आर रिजेक्टेड। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Yes, Vinay, who was that? Because the NCB council also saying we are awaiting the full order and we are not aware of the grounds, how they won the order in their favor. And one of the lawyers of the accused also saying that they will try and move the sessions court tomorrow or later. But is a move possible tomorrow? It just looks like the matter will be now heard only on Monday.
Well, yes, this was Advait Setna telling us that, the court has not yet given any reasons clearly, as we have been reporting, Anand. Only the operative part has been dictated. So there is no reasoning that the court has given till now for anybody, neither the NCB nor the defendants, to speak about what exactly went wrong. The biggest point being about maintainability. So right now, Advait Setna, who represented NCB, also went on to say that till the time the detailed court order is in hands, they will not be able to comment about what exactly were the reasons or the arguments that the judge did uphold before giving out that order. And right now, as we are being told by several lawyers as well, they will have to wait till the order copy is received, which will be later by tonight, after which they will be able to decide when they can move the sessions court. It looks like if the sessions court is not functioning tomorrow, this will have to be done on Monday only, which means the weekend will have to be spent in Arthur Road prison by all the persons who have been arrested, including Aryan Khan. Anand.
Well, so they spent last night at the NCB office, and after that, today in the morning, they were taken to Arthur Road jail, and now they head back into that quarantine cell, do they?
Well, yes, Anand. Remember, there was a reason why they spent the entire night in the NCB lockup. That was because of the COVID protocols that exist in Maharashtra at present. And this is applicable to all the accused who have been arrested in the last 1.5 years. We have seen in several cases where the accused were sentenced to custody, police custody, they have had to spend their nights within the individual police station lockups till the time they received a negative RT-PCR report, till the time that report cleared them of COVID-19, only after which jails accepted them. So this has been a protocol in Maharashtra for over a year and a half now, and that is exactly what was applicable in this case as well. Yesterday evening, by the time the proceedings got over, it was already post 7 p.m. Thereafter, the court was informed that though judicial custody was granted for all the accused, it was not possible to move them into any prison at this point because of the mandatory term that COVID-19 RT-PCR report is needed, and that has to be negative. So after the court order of judicial custody yesterday, even then you remember there were arguments when neither the defendants argued or had any objections about the judge sending all the accused to NCB custody only for a day, and that is why all the accused were put under Zonal Director Samir Wankhere's charge for one night, and today they were moved to Arthur Road Prison.
So no bail for Aryan Khan, Munmun and Arbaz Merchant, the three accused who will now have to spend, it looks like, the weekend in jail. Short break here on The Nation at 5. Stay with us.